Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler. It is Thursday, October 18th, 2018. Thank you for joining me for another climate change and clean energy video blog. For this segment, what I am going to do is provide you with an update on Tesla's present breakthroughs and present Tesla news. If you are tuned into regular media sources like CNBC or Bloomberg or Fox News or any of these other typical news providers, you'll notice that there's a lot of negative news about Tesla. And in my opinion, this news is highly slanted and highly charged with lack of analysis, lack of a real, even basic understanding of the importance of Tesla's position in the world now as an automaker, and news that seems to considerably and largely ignore the milestones that Tesla continues to reach due to a combination of leadership provided by Elon Musk, which is a forward-looking brand of leadership that is unfortunately rare in corporations, in many corporations today, that tend to err on the side of not taking risks, err on the side of trying to influence politics in order to gain profits rather than actually create products of value, reskinning old products or generating just only incremental advances. In the present age of human-caused climate change, we're going to need the kind of leadership that has been provided by Elon Musk that breaks barriers and disrupts markets in order to provide clean energy solutions to and competitors to the problem of human-caused climate change, primarily to replace fossil fuel burning, and in the longer term to look at other solutions that increase human resiliency to human-caused climate change and generate less and less of an impact on the Earth system, so that we can do things like increase the coverage of forests and draw down carbon from the Earth's atmosphere. That's our most positive path forward, and we really need innovators to take on that challenge and provide us with the solutions necessary to deal with that problem. Elon Musk is doing that on the clean energy side, and he is basically making other automakers look like laggards when it comes to producing clean energy vehicles, as Tesla now is outselling both Porsche and Jaguar on a worldwide basis in the third quarter of 2018, after selling 83,500 all-electric vehicles, mind you, in the market, the same market as Porsche and Jaguar, namely the luxury mid to high range price segment. And at this time, it looks like Tesla is producing consistently in the range of about 80 to 90,000 electric vehicles per quarter. And it looks like Tesla is laying the groundwork for further expanding that production. Would also like to point out that Tesla, over the past quarter, outsold Mercedes, all of the Mercedes brand in the U.S., selling 69,925 Model 3, Model S, and Model X vehicles in the U.S. in the last quarter, versus 66,542 sold by Mercedes. So Tesla is not only breaking new ground when it comes to electric vehicles, but it's outselling mainstream automakers in its segment. And it's also outselling mainstream models that are lower cost economy models. If you're looking at a comparison between the Tesla Model 3 and, say, vehicles like the Hyundai Elantra, for example. Tesla also, over recent weeks, has been found to be the safest car ever tested by the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration in the US. This is a major headline that for some reason hasn't really been picked up by media sources, but it's a really big deal. The Model 3 is not just an innovative clean energy vehicle that's much safer for our climate, and it enables people who purchase the Model 3 to reduce their individual carbon emissions, even as the mass production of the Model 3 is basically the tip of the spear, providing a pathway to decarbonizing transport and individual transport on a vehicle basis. But it's also an extraordinarily well-built, well-put-together vehicle from the standpoint of safety and technology. And the recent tests by the National Highway Transportation and Safety Administration show that. In other news with regards to other automakers appear to be having internal conflicts over the issue of electrification, as it is difficult for backward-thinking executives to unentangle themselves from the influence of fossil fuel-based transportation. And we've recently seen a number of statements from traditional automaker executives downplaying the importance of electric vehicles. And Volkswagen recently admitted that it's moving into EVs too late to compete with automakers like Tesla. It really actually needs to get its act together. But even as this reality begins to settle in for automakers like Volkswagen, these same automakers are doing what they always do and fighting against the public's push to try and get them to innovate. And in this case, they're pushing back on emission standards, which, if they do this, they're likely to politically influence themselves out of future markets as people more and more turn toward electric vehicles, and innovators rise up and move forward, not just Tesla, but those who are looking to capitalize on Tesla's example and provide for that demand where traditional automakers are failing. So in my opinion, this is a huge story that should be covered in mainstream media, but the mainstream media is ignoring it. If traditional automakers fail, you're going to be looking at the potential for future bankruptcies as these automakers try to cling to older designs and fail to innovate. We've got about 2 minutes left, so speaking of innovation, I'd like to talk about Tesla's Gigafactory 3, this one in China. And Tesla has bought the land for the Gigafactory 3. They are moving forward on loan agreements from Shanghai banks to construct the Gigafactory 3. Gigafactory 3 is expected to produce in the range of 250,000 electric vehicles per year, electric Teslas per year, specifically focusing on the Chinese market. And the Chinese market is one of the largest, is the largest electric vehicle market in the world. So Tesla looks like it's trying to overcome some trade barriers by doing this, but it's also trying to build yet another basis for mass electric vehicle production. If Tesla does achieve this rate of production from the Gigafactory 3, its global production will surge yet again. And at present, Tesla is producing in the range of about 320,000 electric vehicles per year along the present path. But it's likely that, given the expansion of the Gigafactory in Nevada, that we're going to see that rate of production increase. So major milestones for Tesla, even as many media sources seem to be just simply ignoring Tesla and producing bad news for it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be chatting with you